in the country. We've been doing it for many years, and of course with the help of Mike Mezak, our coin expert. You are in good hands, people. So let's dive into the second hour. I still have so many goodies to show you. And in fact, this is my kind of coin collecting, Mike, because you did all the hard work for me and I really appreciate it. This is your 2021 Mint State 70 rated by Annex. Take a look at what we're doing here for this transition coin. Design is changing this year. It's everything we've been talking about this past hour. But you're going to get the West Point Mint and the supplemental, that emergency S Mint, first day of issue, limited edition, Silver Eagles. You get them both, you guys, from both mints. That alone is a reason many of you are picking this up today. $83.32 will get it home on any debit or credit card if you want to break it down into monthly payments. But Mike, I am very limited. For a primetime hour, I've only got about 1,400 of these to go around. That's it for this anniversary year, right?
Well, it's not just for the primetime hour. That's forever.
Even more powerful, Mike.
Yeah, that's forever. So when we put one of these limited editions on there, okay, when we put one of these limited editions on there on the first day of issue, which is exclusive to us here at HSN, that is not just for this show or this hour, or this presentation or this visit or whatever that is. That's forever. We just released this. Our first full presentation was this morning at 1 a.m., okay? At 1 a.m. was our first presentation. There are 2,021 of these match-numbered sets of the Type 1 last year of issue American Silver Eagle. We have already sold 600 from this morning. There are 1,400 left for people to get forever, okay? Forever. You need to truly, truly understand what this means. So the United States government, like I said, announced that they're changing the design of the American Silver Eagle. We thought the new design would be coming out in 2021. It turns out it'll be coming out in about July, roughly July of 2021. It means for the first 6 months of the year, they're going to issue the last or old design, the Type 1 design, what they call the heraldic eagle design. They're going to do that for 6 more months. This is the transition coin. When this first came out, and we knew that this was literally until about 2 weeks ago, there was only the West Point minted coin. The coin that you see over there. The coin that was our today's special that we sold. The HSN price on that was $139. $139 for the just for the West Point minted coin. We sold 13,500. They're gone. They're gone at $139 HSN price. We then found out, like I said, within about the last 10 days, that the S Mint is going to help out. So we scrambled, and were able to get enough S Mints to do 2021 match-numbered perfect pairs. Struck at West Point Mint, emergency struck at San Francisco Mint. The San Francisco Mint is the rarer of the two coins. The San Francisco Mint is the rarer of the two coins. There's no doubt about that. And the West Point Mint coin, HSN price was $139.95. At $139.95, I have got the pairs that are exclusive to us, 100% exclusive to us, for $249.95. Like I said, the S Mint or the emergency issue coins from this are sold out. You know, and all the allocations are spoken for. When I sold out, it doesn't mean they can't find them anywhere in the marketplace. What it means is the original allocations from the distributors to all the coin dealers are gone. So now everything is in the secondary market, has secondary market pricing. And like I said, each step of the way, what that does is that increases the price in it.
Makes sense.
From wherever it starts, because people aren't going to buy a commodity, a collectible that is sold out, that's just as hot as it can possibly be, and sell it for a loss, right? They're going to sell it for a profit as they go from coin dealer to coin dealer. And then the collectors are all of a sudden, okay, I saw the coin, it was like the V75 Silver Eagles last year. If you could have got one from the Mint, they were $75. 1 week later, they were $500. Okay, they made 75,000 of those coins. I got 2,000 pairs here. Now, they made more coins than 2,000, but for Annex first day of issue, match numbered, there's 2,021. And actually, there's only about 1,400 of them. Only about 1,400 of those are left. Already today, our first full presentation, 1 a.m. this morning, 600 pairs gone. 600 pairs gone. I have a sneaking suspicion this could be the only primetime presentation of this. Already, I think we've got a ton of folks calling in because they understand. Because here's what's happening: the demand for this last American Silver Eagle. This is the end of an era, if you will. The king is dead. Okay, the king of the American Silver Eagles. This is it. And we did not realize that there was going to be an S-Mint component, so you get both coins. And it is so overwhelmingly popular, with the S-Mint already gone in the marketplace. It is so overwhelmingly popular, there was supposed to be a proof coin, so people would have bought that as well. The proof coin has been delayed by the United States Mint to who knows when. As a matter of fact, if you look on their schedule, there is 0 Silver Eagles other than these two on the schedule for the next 3 months. Actually, for the rest of the year, but they really only go about 3 or 4 months out. They don't have it. I think the proof coin will make it on there before then, but I don't know. So you've got 300+ million Americans, 150 million coin collectors that are going to be scrambling over these two coins.
Yes.
And you get is not just these two coins. You get them certified perfect. You get them in our exclusive holders. You get them in a match-numbered set, only 2021. It is, like I said, a once-in-a-lifetime coin that you're going to have, and now you have a once-in-a-lifetime collecting opportunity to go with that once-in-a-lifetime coin.
You get the box included as well, so not only the holders, but the box included, and you get the certificate of authenticity, both together here in that transition year. So very important. And then perfect condition. Mike, we learned that. Like any collecting, right? It's the condition of whatever it is you're collecting that matters so much. But this is such an important year on one of the most beloved silver coins of all time in the world. And so we are very busy, as you can imagine. Only primetime hours that we've got of coins tonight, and really forever, because this is limited edition. And by the way, you know, I said it in the last hour, up until we get on air, pretty much, or 3 hours before I come on air, we are still planning and moving these shows. That is how timely our coin purchases are, and what we put forward to you. So you're looking at one of the most exciting purchases you can make right now. And remember, you're not only getting the typical, the West Point, but that supplemental, that emergency mint as well. Very, very busy. Thank you for your calls. Brand new, very exciting, exclusive offer here. 750-199 is your item number. And I know we got the green box out here, Mike, and for anybody that missed the story.
Let me explain to why that's important.
Yes.
Okay? So when you look at these two coins, you see the one coin on the right of your screen, or on the right of your screen is San Francisco, and on the left of your screen is West Point. Understand, neither one of these coins has a mint mark. So when you have proof coins, for instance, there's a mint mark on the back that denotes West Point or San Francisco. By design, the United States Mint has always made what we call mint state, or just uncirculated American Silver Eagles, homogeneous. In other words, they don't want you to be able to look at the coin and necessarily determine where it comes from. It gives them flexibility in where they can make coins, so that there's no anticipation of where they come from. But from an accounting standpoint, in essence, they have to be able to differentiate what goes to San Francisco Mint, because, I mean, they have Freedom of Information Act requests that they have to live up to. And so we always ask, which boxes are San Francisco and which boxes are West Point? They always have to tell us. So we can differentiate, but you have to have that green box. Right. That's the way they come. The United States Mint does not sell this coin directly to the public. It only goes through 12 what we call authorized purchasers. Okay? And the authorized purchasers are the people that distribute these coins from the United States Mint, and they distribute them in those 500-ounce, 500-coin boxes. We have to buy those boxes that are still strapped. They have straps on them for seals. We have to take those coins, and then those strapped, sealed boxes have to go to the grading company. And then the grading company has that information of which boxes come from where. Then they establish the provenance, where it comes from, W or S, put that on the coin, and then that coin is certified. So you can only ascertain the W or S origin of the coin in a certified coin.
And
So
that
if you're
just...
going to get a certified coin, why not get an exclusive certified coin? And of course, if you're going to get a certified coin, you have to get a perfect coin, or you should get a perfect coin. Remember, we grade on a 70-point scale, not a 100-point scale. 2 perfect coins. First day of issue, Annex, one of the 4 major grading companies you can only buy on HSN. We've got the custom labels that you see up there. They are 100% match numbered, so you have set 5, set 6, set 7, so on and so forth, for only 2,021 sets. The fact is if I could get coins, I could have sold 20,021 sets. Today's the first day that we're doing full presentations. I suspect we've already sold the better part of 700 sets. You know, already, I think we only have probably about 1,300, 12 or 1,300 of these now remaining. That's how quickly they're going. And
This
I know
is
we're
true, Mike.
extraordinarily busy.
You got it. And that's just it too. And my goodness, I mean, rated perfect, that 70-point scale. Where were you when I was in chemistry class in high school? I would have absolutely passed with flying colors. But at the end of the day, these are perfect, you guys. I mean, perfect rated. Both mints there. First day of issue, it's all the desirables, and in a year that is so historic. And, you know, I know that I got into the coin collecting, Mike, you know, and it was because of my sons. I mean, that's what tugged at my heartstrings. There are so many reasons to pick this up today. If you're a true collector, you collect for many reasons. One of the biggest reasons these are desirable is what I've learned from you, Mike, is that it's a transition year. It's a bookend year. It's changing, won't be changed again for a minimum by law of 25 years. It is a very exciting year. But think about anybody that was born, because Mike, when were they first done? 1986?
1986. President Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law in 1985. They originally made the design in 1986. The obverse of the coin is a reprisal of the design by Adolph A. Weinman, who designed the Walking Liberty half dollar, which was first released in 1916. So well over 100 years ago. The reverse design originally was done by John Mercanti, chief mint engraver at the time, which was that eagle, the heraldic eagle that they have, kind of that big, bold, standing eagle, if you will. The new design, and it's been that way from 1986 until these coins. Now, remember, in terms of Silver Eagles, there's no proof coins being released right now. There's no proof coins being released. The Congratulation Eagle was supposed to be released. That's not released. They have shut down everything except doing everything in their power. All of the Mint's full facilities right now, for the most part, particularly at West Point, are 100% focused on trying to make these coins. Because remember, they started making these 2 months ago. So when I say 6 months, they're almost halfway into all that they can make. Because in basically 3 months, they've got to start making the Type 2s. And you think this coin is crazy, the Type 2 is going to be insane. But you have to have this coin as the transition coin. So like I said, for the first 3 months, first 4 months, the only thing that the United States Mint has on the schedule, in essence, for American Silver Eagles are the S Mint and the W Mint. And literally 10 days ago, we didn't even know there was going to be an S coin. That was just a surprise to us. So we scrambled to be able to put together this 2-coin set. I didn't even have this on our TS day to be able to do the 2-coin set in a full presentation. This is the first time that we're able to do a full presentation in any way, shape, or form. So that's the really, really, really exciting part. Now, understand, I don't have another coin show until January 24th. Between this program right here and hsn.com, this could well be the last primetime presentation of this show, or of this particular coin set, this 2-coin set. It's just one of those spectacular opportunities. So the Mint has put a coin that is historic, taken literally the most popularly collected coin in the world, and made a design change all within 1 year, which is unprecedented for this type of popularity. They have then only going to do each coin for 6 months. They have then, like I said, instead of doing it 2 years, and then they added in the extra special emergency issue San Francisco. They're just so far behind. They needed some help. But now the San Francisco has other things to do. They got to make the proof set. They got to make all this other stuff. So they could only make so many, which they did. They made, but it's going to still be, the S Mint's going to be still 5, 10, 15, 20 times rarer than the West Point Mint, maybe even 30 times rarer. And there's going to be additional tranches or availability going forward to the West Point. San Francisco's gone. San Francisco's gone. We did everything in our power. We got all the coins that we could. This is the result. And so that's the key. If we can take real quickly a look at the labels. I know we're just about out of time. If you'll notice, the labels are specialized and stylized. That the San Francisco Minute coin has got the Golden Gate Bridge on it.
Oh, yeah.
And the West Point Minute coin has got the West Point Tower right there. So, I mean, you know, every part of it, and that's the Mint seal next to it. Every part of this has been stylized to really be emblematic of the importance of this, and then each set is individually match numbered.
Agreed. And now we are at about 1,000 of these. That is all we have. If this is something you are interested in, you have got to be ordering in a primetime hour. This will be gone shortly. $83.32 is all you have to pay tonight, and you're getting both of them home, okay? Perfect condition, rated by Annex, first day of issue, limited edition, in a transition year, one of the most beloved coins of all time. 750199 is your item number. And I've moved on to the other table because we've got another first day of issue, but now certified, so Mint State 70, first day of issue, limited edition, 3,000 of them, okay? So at $139.95, take a look at what we've got. And this one will come with that oak presentation box that is also a customer pick on its own. But very important story with this one as well, right, Mike?
Well, this is the S-Mint by itself.
Okay.
So this is the emergency S-Mint first day of issue. The W-Mint first day of issue was the TS, 13,500 gone. I wish I could do 13,500 of the S-Mint. I wish I would have known about it ahead of time. We would, but this was it. This is all I get my hands on. And I had the 2-coin set. I had enough to do the 2-coin set, and then I got 3,200 coins here for the single coin that I've got in the emergency issue, first day exclusive to us here at HSN. Does come with the red oak presentation box, $24.95 value. This is, so everybody's scrambling for the last coin in the series. Everybody's scrambling, doing everything in their power. It's absolutely positively insane. Everybody's trying to get this. So what I've got right now is just the S-Minute coin. Like I said, already gone, already spoken for. All of the allocations are gone. I could probably go into the secondary market to try to buy this coin, but already there's some fairly substantial premiums out there for the San Francisco minted coin. This is the way to go. This is the coin that you want. This is the S-Mint. So it's that type 1, the last coin in the issue. So if you bought the today's special, at 13,500 coins were gone, I think probably about 10,000 people, because a lot of people bought multiples in that. Okay, you have to have this coin, and then you can make a 2-coin collection on your own with this particular coin. Like I said, first day of issue exclusive to us, only 3,200 of these, unfortunately. So if you bought the TS, only about 1 in 4 of you, are going to be able to add the S-Mint coin to this, going to be able to add the emergency issue coin to that. So I would get on the phone here pretty quickly. This is the very first presentation I have done of this coin right here, right now. I've made no other presentation of this coin prior to this, and I think we've already sold a fair quantity of these. And remember, it does come with the $24.95 red oak presentation box.
And Mike, very important to talk about. Somebody on our Facebook page asked, why are we showing the 2020 coins? And I'll let you answer that. But I mean, I understand the confusion, right, Mike? But very good eyes.
They haven't released the 2021s yet. The United States Mint doesn't even ship them until the 7th. But I mean, we've bought a couple of $1 million worth of coins. We know how many coins that we have.
Right.
We have 25 years, basically. We've got 25 years of data that know how they grade. We take the lowest of those numbers and then discount that even more so that we make sure that we're able to do this. And if we're even a little bit wrong, then we have to go into the marketplace and pay whatever price the price bears till we get coins so that we have all those available to you to be able to do these coins. So it's in essence, we know what's going to happen. We've been doing this for 25, 30 years. And so based on that, we have to do that. The coins ship this week.
Perfect
from the
question,
United States
though.
Mint. And then we start grading. We get them out right there after we own the first batch of coins. And anybody that's ordering today from authorized purchasers probably aren't getting their coins until February or March.
There you go. And perfect. I mean, great eyes for him or her. I'm not sure because I don't have the tablet out here to have noticed. So there's your answer, everybody. But first day of issue, a limited edition, the emergency, so the S Mint, coming with your certificate of authenticity, your solid wood presentation box, just a beautiful coin, an important coin. And Mike, what I was saying before with the other coins was, you know, so many people that maybe aren't expert collectors like me, I mean, for them, it's almost a nostalgic reason to shop these coins, right? Whether it's the history and the design change, whether it's maybe your child was born in 1986 when this coin launched and now you want to get the bookend, right? You know, turn the page on the story. There are so many reasons we collect. I know that it's one of the few times I can get my boys up and off the couch and off the tablet and computer. They are genuinely fascinated. So, I mean, there's a reason people have been collecting for hundreds of years, and at the end of the day, this year is so very important for this particular coin.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because, you know, and I like the way that you're right, that children are engaged. I get my youngest, like I said, I get him off the couch with this coin because he finds it interesting and fascinating and collectible. That's the only way I could do it. He's bigger than me now, so I mean, you know, there's nothing I can do about it unless I coax him. And this is a great way to do it with this piece and parcel of American history. So remember, let's kind of take a look at the whole thing if we can. The United States Mint, remember, decides that they're going to change the design of the American Silver Eagle, and they're going to change it in 2021. We thought that we were going to start 2021 with the new design. Well, the events of 2020 put a wrench in a lot of people's plans in a lot of different ways. And the United States Mint had to close the San Francisco Mint, they had to close the West Point Mint, the Philadelphia Mint was working with reduced staff, and they just couldn't keep up with demand. And they're authorized and they are required by legislation to produce certain coins. And so they said, look, there's no way we can get the new coins out in time. So what they decided to do is take the old coins, okay, the Type 1 coins, these coins that have been making for 35 years, and do 6 more months and 6 months only. And that's what we've got right here. But even though they did that, and they've been making these coins for 2 months, they found out very quickly, kind of in a panic fashion, if you will, they simply, absolutely, positively were not going to be able to make enough coins. They just 100% were not going to be able to make enough coins to go around, and they said to the San Francisco Mint, please, 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 you need to make some coins. And actually, they control the whole thing, so they didn't probably say please because it's the government. They said, okay, you're making these coins instead of other coins, and then they put those into the distribution network, and we found out that there's one tranche, in other words, one availability of this, one allocation of the San Francisco Mint, then all the rest of the coins are going to be West Point Mint. So the S Mint, these emergency issues are going to be, I don't know, 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times rarer than the West Point coins. And these are the only Silver Eagles put out by the United States government so far in this year and for the foreseeable future. That's how important, that's how powerful this coin is. And so we've got this in first day of issue. Like I said, I wish I could have done 32,000 coins. We did 13,000 of the West Points. This is just as good a coin, and you needed to complete the pair. But with the available coins, the fact that they're sold out, we only had 3,200 available coins. Still have the red oak presentation box because I had to take some and put them with the pairs that we had prior to this. And I put the W and the S together. I mean, all of a sudden, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million worth of Silver Eagles, are out the door.
That's it. And we are moving on, you guys. This one is very, very limited. In fact, so limited, final 16 left. That is a 1-6, okay? And of course, not for everybody, but you've been hearing this entire story, the legacy of this coin, the history, the transition year. What if I told you you get the bookends now, right? So what you're looking at here is the 1986 S Mint Silver Eagle and the 2021 S Mint Emergency Silver Eagle. Okay, so you will get the bookends. Mike, I'm a good student. I learned that was very important, made it even more so. If you can imagine making it even more desirable, more collectible, this is it. Now, we do have 12 months of VIP financing, so if you're in, we will allow you the 12 months to pay it off on that HSN credit card. You'd only be paying $79.16 tonight if you want to go ahead and get it home. But wow, what an opportunity. Sadly, 16 left.
Yeah, these are going to sell out very, very, very quickly. Let me explain to you really what this comes down to. And it's fascinating. 6 months ago, 2 weeks ago, we didn't even know that this set, in essence, would exist. Up until about 6 months or 8 months ago, Well, everybody thought that the 1986 Mint State American Silver Eagles, the first year of issue, were all made at the Philadelphia Mint. We recently found out that that was absolutely categorically incorrect, and all of the 1986, or the vast majority of the 1986 American Silver Eagles in Mint State were made at the San Francisco Mint. So we were able to get these coins and put them in the holders with the correct mint designation on them. For 35 years, we had the wrong mint designation.
Oh my gosh.
So now we have this as an S mint. So we wanted to pair it with the last coin, but it's like, okay, that's kind of cool, but it's West Point Mint. Well, then when they give us the S mint, okay, at the last minute, in the 2021 S-Mint, now we have the very first coin we didn't even know was an S, and we have the very last coin we didn't know they were going to make it an S, right? So you put those two together, so you have that very first year of issue and the very last year of issue. Both are now San Francisco Mint and $949. You're going, $949? It is a perfect example of why the single most important determining factor of value in coin collecting, as it is in most collecting, is condition. That 1986 coin, when they first started making these coins, they in essence put no more effort into that than they did just stamping out silver bars. They consider them to just be a silver thing. They really didn't consider them to be coins, if you will. Okay, they really didn't consider them to be coins. And so because of that, the fact that they didn't consider them to be coins, they didn't take a lot of care. So those coins in Mint State 70 are extraordinarily difficult, and hence bring monstrous premiums in the marketplace. Now in 2021, they don't necessarily care that much more, but the technology's better. So instead of, just exceedingly rare, we are going to, I would estimate that in Mint State 70, all of the Silver Eagles released is going to represent maybe 2% of all the coins that are out there are going to end up in Mint State 70 holders for 2021. For 1986, it's far less than that, way less than 1% is what that is. But you get the pair, you get them perfect. That's the key. There'll be a lot of Mint State 69 sets of these that are out there in the marketplace. We'll have those too, significantly, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars less. This is all I could get. That 1986 and Mint State 70, particularly since it's now the first year of issue of the Heraldic Eagle, has disappeared in the marketplace. And as you can see, we've got 11 of these, and I suspect we have at least 11 people on the phone that are going to snap these up, the first and the last, in absolutely perfect condition. Both of them S-Mints, which I think is spectacular.
Solid wood presentation box coming your way as well, certificate of authenticity. And Mike, isn't there like a name? It's not an error coin, right? Because but is there a name for it, a designation, since we kind of recently found out about this S-Mint from 1986?
Yeah, no, it's just the fact that it's correctly identified. I mean, it's not like it's always been made at the S-Mint. We just didn't know it. The government never told anybody. Everybody assumed they were made at the Philadelphia Mint. The government never said otherwise. And then when someone finally asked them, they said, yeah, they were made at San Francisco. Yeah, they were made at San Francisco. So, it's not that it was an error of omission, I guess, is the best way to describe it, from the United States Mint. That's about the only way I can describe it. Like I said, an error of omission. So very important opportunity for you to be able to get that.
Yeah, I mean, just another reason why people want this, and it makes it so much more collectible. Now, 2 ways to pay for this, or 3. If you want to pay the full price, you can do that. FlexPay is on any debit or credit card. We'll ship these out to you for that first FlexPay of $316.65 with your shipping and handling. And then if you want to use the VIP financing, you get 12 months to pay it off. That would be your HSN credit card. 12 months interest-free. You'd only be paying the $79.16 tonight, since we split it up into those 12 payments. But on its way to selling out, the bookends in perfect condition, the San Francisco Mint. By the way, if you don't have that HSN card and you want to take advantage of that convenient VIP financing, sign up tonight. If you're not a member, if you don't have one, certainly you don't need a card, an HSN card to shop here, but if you want one and you sign up and get approved tonight, you can take another $10 off your first purchase with your brand new HSN card. So ask about that HSN credit card. If you want the bookend set, how many, Kevin, officially? 4. Last call, the race is on. That's 750-201 if you'd like to place your order today on those bookends from the S-Mint in perfect condition, rated by, this one was Annex. Okay. So we move on to something that sounds fancy, Mike. I just have no idea what this Premier label is, but you've got your opportunity to pick up the 2021 in perfect condition Mint State 70 Premier label Silver Eagle Type 1, okay? It is an auto ship, so you get the Type 1 now, which is that old design, the design that will no longer be done, right? Last 6 months for that. But you're also going to be getting automatically, by picking this up tonight, your Type 2 when that new one is released. So what is Premier label? I want it.
Well, yeah, it's exclusive to me. I mean, you know, we've had it for a couple of years now. We bring it out. It's actually my most limited edition label that we have done with all the grading companies, but we did this particular one with PCGS. We just don't do a lot of Premier labels. We generally try to keep the edition into the about 2,500 or so. Is all we try to do with this Premier label. I'm the only one, once again, that can do Premier label. It's exclusive to my company. So we've talked about this, the Silver Eagle, and I know there's been a lot of Silver Eagles on here tonight, but that is, you know, the alpha and omega of the coin world right now. I mean, it is everything everybody's talking about. Is the only thing anybody's even buying or selling or trading or anything else. It's absolutely the beginning of it. So, as I've often said, there's 4 major grading companies. Annex, first day of issue, is our TS, completely sold out. We got ICG, first day of issue, exclusive to us, that you see right in there. NGC, we have both Flag Core that's exclusive to us, that's on HSN.com. We also have our Lady Liberty label, you know, the black core with Lady Liberty on it, that's exclusive to my company, that you're going to see in there, that we sold in the last year. I think we may have another look at that here in just a little bit. But then with PCGS, which is one of the big companies, as a matter of fact. I mean, it's one of the old line companies, PCGS. And so people tend to, in many instances, collect specific companies, or they prefer companies, or it's just a coin and they want all the grading services. I do that, okay? I have an Annex, an ICG, an NGC, and a PCGS of most of my good coins. I like to use the grading companies. But I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to own the PCGS. And this is, once again, that Type 1, if you will, okay? This is, you know, the last of the issue. This is that early coin. It's the Type 1. It is an auto ship as well, where you get the Type 2 coin. The key to this, certified absolutely, positively perfect. And like I said, as you correctly, adroitly pointed out, in our exclusive, my exclusive Premier label that you're going to have right there, our Premier PCGS Mint State 70 perfect coin. Like I said, $99. The auto ship's $99.95. Just a spectacular way to be able to partake in, like I said, the greatest numismatic shenanigans in the history of the United States. It's more of an escapade, I think, than a shenanigan, in all honesty, that I like by the way they did it. Look, 2020 threw a wrench in a lot of people's plans. I'm trying to make light of this. I mean, the Mint, I think, desperately wanted to release the new coin at the beginning of 2021.
Sure.
Well, because of the events of last year, it just simply wasn't possible. So they're doing, you know, what they believe to be the next best thing, and I probably agree with them. Half of the old coin, half of the new coin. The only problem with that, I think you're going to end up with 2 coins that are going to be in terribly short supply. 2 coins that are going to be in terribly short supply. I've been doing this my entire adult life. I have never seen demand like I see for this particular coin right here, the brand new 2021 Eagle. It is really spectacular in every possible respect. So that is where you want to. That's where you want to be on these. Is ultimately what it comes down to, and you're going to get the Type 2 guaranteed as well.
Right.
And that's as important as anything. They can't keep up with Type 1. Demand on Type 2, I have to be honest with you, is going to be even higher. Demand on Type 2 is going to be even higher. It's going to be ridiculous, folks. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous is what the demand is going to be on the Type 2. And when you buy this right now with the auto ship, you're guaranteed your Type 2. You're at the very front of the line. You're 100% at the front. Now, if you don't want the Type 2, that's fine. You cancel the auto ship. If you get the Type 2, decide it's not for you, you can return the Type 2 within the return privilege. Understand the obligation is ours. The opportunity to own this coin is yours. And that's such a big thing. So this is the way you can get PCGS, one of the 4 major grading companies, in perfect, inexclusive labels.
And by the way, a lot of people will only collect PCGS or, NGC or, right, Mike? A lot of people, that's one of the ways that they collect, if you will. So from the Premier label, this is part of an auto ship. So you will get the Type 1, the design, the iconic design, but you are first in line for that brand new release when it comes out, right? We're thinking middle of the year, right, Mike? Is that where we're at still?
Yeah, that's what we're looking like, beginning of the year,
yep.
Something along those lines. Beginning of the year, they're going to release the Type 1 here in 3 days. So we'll start, having the coins graded in 4 days. The Type 2, we're anticipating July, but we don't actually know. I mean, the Mint doesn't include us in their discussions, okay?
Really?
We're at the mercy of the U.S. Yeah, right. We're at the mercy of the United States, man. And look, they're good players to this. I mean, they do their best to be good actors, in essence, to do what they're supposed to do. But there's just things that are beyond their control, I mean, a Mint shuts down because of COVID, for instance, okay? They do something like that. There's nothing they can do about that, okay? Congress changes the legislation. All of a sudden, everybody in America wants an American Silver Eagle. They didn't plan on that. Those are not things that, you know what I'm saying, that you can change. This is a process that takes months and months and months and months and months to put together, right? Well, with this that you see right here, this is the culmination of that, and they're doing the very best they can. I think at the end of the day, it makes for great collectibles. Because, they can't always make every single solitary coin that everybody wants. And so what you do is you get coins that are a little more special than the other coins. And this 2021 is not just going to be a little more special, it's going to be a lot more special. Because, like I said, they're making each coin for 6 months, the last of the old school, and then starting with the new school, if you will. And if they're making each one for 6 months, as I said, if they made it for 16 months, they couldn't keep up with demand. I think it would be absolutely, positively impossible. So that's why you need to get in on this right now. As more and more people, as the general public, many of whom don't know about this change, once this starts getting on the morning shows, and you start seeing it in the newspaper and on television, then it's going to be, I hate to use a technical numismatic term, but it's Katie bar the door.
Yep, and it's happening now, and you're ahead of the curve, and it will happen as soon as they pick up on that story. If you want this auto ship, what's really nice about auto ship is, as Mike said, if you get the first one, the Type 1, the iconic older design, and you decide you want to cancel it, you can certainly do that. With auto ship, you're in control. So pick this up today. I think you'll want the collection and the brand new design. You won't cancel it. 749-580 is your item number, but this is a 2-coin auto ship purchase, $99.95 per shipment. So you'll pay that now, and then when the new one is released, you will be charged the $99 again. Now, quick little mention here: if you just want the Type 1, what you're going to get here in Mint State 69 from PCGS, a Premier label as well. Take a look here at your Silver Eagle, $79.95, and Mike, 3 flex pay to bring it home in 3 monthly payments.
Yeah, that's going to be, there's a lot of people, once again, it was like the NGC coin. We sold hundreds and hundreds of these without even airing it necessarily. There's people that are working on complete Silver Eagle sets, PCGS Mint State 69. Because a Mint State 70 set is going to be over $100,000, all right? So Mint State 69 is far more affordable. Well, they're going to want a 2021 Type 1, all right? And to do that, that's why we decided to offer this. That's why we have it just for a minute or two. We're going to give you $79.95 Premier label PCGS Mint State 69. This is the perfect, as you keep going on that Mint State 69 Silver Eagle set that you've got. Great coin to put in the collection right here. Only $79.95, like I said, with the Premier label, exclusive to my company.
So let's dive into one of the most popular items from our last hour, Mike. We're going to bring that back up. We've got the final remaining quantities here of your 2021 Mint State 70 NGC S mint, so your emergency mint and your supplemental mint. This is part of that 2-coin system. So you will get this iconic design. And then when the Type 2 comes out from Mint State, you know, in Mint State 70 condition, from NGC, from the S Mint, you will be receiving that as well. That price, even if, you know, a wrench is thrown in the plans, the price changes for Mike, that price will never change for you. And this has been very popular all evening long, Mike. We're looking at the final quantities now.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue. So as I was just talking to you, what was happening with the PCGS coin, what we found out recently is there, in order to try to keep up with this absolutely unprecedented demand by collectors for this new Silver Eagle, the San Francisco Mint made an emergency production. Emergency insofar as they didn't plan on it. They made the San Francisco Mint made some American Silver Eagles just for the beginning of the year to try to get them over the hump. I mean, the fact of the matter is the vast majority of these coins, where they're only going to be made for 6 months, are going to be made at the West Point Mint. We sold thousands and thousands and thousands, and if you go to HSN.com, you can find this from the West Point Mint, also on auto ship to get Type 1 and Type 2. But this is the San Francisco Mint coin, and we had to bifurcate them because we just literally found out about the S Mint about a week ago, about 10 days ago. I mean, this is one of those coins that we kind of flew around. You know what I'm saying? We just flying. You know, had to have people literally buying people plane tickets just to fly a single coin in for to be able to get these things to HSN from you know, from the grading companies and such. Those are a really important consideration because we have to have samples. Normally with this, you know, we do the mock-up, like you said, as we were doing with the 2020 coin, so we can do that ahead of time. But we just learned about this coin just several days ago, so the label was the important part on this one, and that we're going to give you the opportunity. We also have the auto ship on this, and we'll give you the San Francisco Mint of the Type 2. A slight caveat, which I gave to you in the last hour on that. The Mint has announced they're going to do a San Francisco production of the Type 2. They've said a lot of things. Okay? They said they were going to have a proof coin by this Friday. We're not. Well, we're eventually going to have a proof coin. So I'm assuming we're going to have an S Mint emergency Type 2 American Silver Eagle. I firmly believe that. I just don't know exactly when it is. The fact is whenever it is, you are guaranteed and locked into that coin right here. You're guaranteed and locked into that coin in 2021, Mint State 70 with the emergency Silver Eagle.
So, Mike, essentially, if it does not get made, it's okay for the customer anyway, because you don't get charged until we can, you know, secure that and send one out to you. So if the S Mint of the new design does not get made, right, for some reason, well, then you don't get charged for it.
We can't provide a coin that doesn't exist.
Right.
But if it does, you'll get it.
And Mike, at the end of the day, I mean, we're looking at our final quantities. We are looking at about 1,000 of these left. That is it. No more primetime shows, no more shows tonight. You don't have any shows tomorrow. This is it, you guys. And of course, you can watch this presentation as many times as you want on hsn.com. But at the end of the day, you're looking at probably the most talked about coin of the year, probably the most beloved coin in the world. Silver Eagle is loved not only by Americans, but all over the world. It's one of the most coveted in its transition year. And so we cannot keep this one in stock. It is going, gone. If this is something that you've been thinking about, somebody you want to gift this to, somebody that was born in 1986, or somebody that maybe is born this year, right? 2021. What a wonderful way to commemorate that. By the way, limited edition exclusive holders as well with that black core. I mean, it's just beautiful.
Right, and with the Mint State 70 certified absolutely perfect. I mean, let's look at kind of the macro picture again. The United States Mint, you know, they had to change the design of the American Silver Eagle in 2021. They had hoped to do it at the beginning of the year. They weren't able to. So they're going to carry over the old design, the legacy coin, the transition coin, whatever you want to call it, in through the first half of the year. That's what you're getting right here. Okay, that's what you get right here, is this transition coin, this legacy coin at $109.95 in our exclusive holder with the exclusive core. That's 100% exclusive to my company. Now, we were doing that with the S-Mint. We'd sold several, or the W-Mint. We'd sold several thousands of those with the West Point minted coin. And we thought that would be the only coin. And we did that with an auto ship in the West Point Mint Type 1 and Type 2. We did that in the last hour. You can find it on hsn.com. What we found very recently is the Mint is also doing this subset, this tiny sliver, a little itty-bitty tranche of coins that will be done at the San Francisco Mint. And that's what this coin is. This is one of those emergency productions, just kind of a tack-on coin made by the United States Mint at San Francisco just to help the West Point Mint, which has been completely and totally overwhelmed with demand for this brand new Silver Eagle. And then they also said that they're going to help when this Type 2, the brand new design comes out, that Eagle in flight. We have a picture of it there on the set of what the new design is. And one of the most important things of this is not only do you get this S-Minted coin, but when and if they make the S-Mint in the Type 2, you are guaranteed you're at the front of that line as well. And I think that's critically important for you to understand what the situation is and why this one call gets them all. So if you buy the W with the auto ship, and you buy this S with the auto ship, those are all the coins. It has been so incredibly popular, the United States government has indefinitely delayed, and I think it'll be not that long, but they have delayed the proof coin, they've delayed the congratulations coin. If you look at their schedule right now, there is no other Silver Eagle scheduled for the first quarter of the year. I mean, they're just so overwhelmed, but you can get to the front of the line. You can be able to get not only the old design, the last of the old design, like I said, the king is dead, and get the brand new design, Long Live the King.
It's very exciting, right?
You know, when that comes back out in July, roughly July of this year. So like I said, one call gets them all, and you're going to get that coveted San Francisco, that little tiny sliver of the coins that were specially made in San Francisco.
Now, we are looking at fewer than, Kevin, 900? 850. That is all I have. That is all we have. This was the most popular set in the first hour. We have talked about the Silver Eagle for the past 2 hours. When in the history of a coin show, Mike, do you focus on one coin? That is the absolute importance and severity and reason why, you know, so many of you are shopping. That is how important it is. We would never stick to one coin an entire hour, but this is how important this year is for the Silver Eagle, one of the most desirable coins in the world, silver coins. And what you're getting here today is part of history. If you want it today, it's $109.95. You want to break it down into monthly payments, we'll help you do that. You only have to pay the first $36 and change, and that's any debit or credit card. We will ship that one out to you. But when the next one comes, if and when it's done at the San Francisco Mint, you are already in line. You will be getting yours. That's your way of locking it in.
I want to make something clear here, Leslie. The auto ship is one coin. So you're not locked in for whatever, you know? You're getting the Type 1 and the Type 2. In all of these Silver Eagle auto ships, it's Type 1 and Type 2. So they're one coin auto ships. Okay? So once the Type, so, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm getting, how many coins am I getting? You're getting 2.
That's it.
You're getting this one and you're getting the Type 2. There's two coins that comprise the single most important, I think, numismatic event, certainly of the last quarter century, perhaps of the last half century. That the United States Mint has done, and you can take care of that. You can, you know, remove yourself from the madness, if you will, of what's going on by making one single solitary phone call right here, right now. You get, and what you're doing is you're getting, like I said, the special edition of the special edition, you know, by getting the S-Mint as well. And you should also probably, I don't know if we can give them the number, where they can get the West Point Mint as well. Those are the 4 coins that are going to be released in Mint State for this.
Yeah, and so you're getting the special. That's what you should have called it. The special, Mike. I think that that would have been easier to remember. 750, oh, I missed that, 112 is your item number on that 2-coin auto ship. And we're gonna wrap up this hour with another 2-piece set. Very important year for this guy as well, which we haven't really been talking about, but it's the last year of design for the 1921 Morgan silver dollar. And you're also going to be getting your 2021 Silver Eagle dollar. So take a look at this 2-piece set. You know, we've dedicated it all to the Silver Eagle, but the Morgan, right? A very important year as well.
Yeah, and it's funny, in any other year, and not funny, haha, but just, kind of numismatic funny. In any other year, the centennial of a important coin is the most important coin event of the year. If we go back to 2016, when they did the 100th anniversary of the Walking Liberty half dollar and the Mercury dime and the Standing Liberty quarter, they did those all in 100th anniversary gold editions. I mean, that was just monstrous. I mean, it dominated the year of 2016. Well, this is the 100th anniversary of the Morgan silver dollar. And the United States government literally just passed legislation allowing the United States Mint to make commemorative coins for the 1921 Morgan silver dollar. So they're going to be able to do 2021 Morgan silver dollars. They're going to do Philadelphia Mint. They're going to do Denver Mint. They're going to do San Francisco Mint. They're doing Privy marks for the New Orleans Mint and the Carson City Mint. They may well make them in gold. They can make 5-ounce versions. I mean, it is going to be numismatic history in its own right. It has been completely, totally, and utterly overshadowed by the American Silver Eagle so far. I don't know. I don't suppose that's going to continue. The Morgan silver dollar is, while the Silver Eagle is the most popular silver coin in the world, the most popular vintage silver coin in the world is by far and away the Morgan silver dollar, the Cartwheel of the Old West. And this was the last of the Morgan silver dollars. What this set contains is an original, brilliant, uncirculated 1921 100-year-old Morgan silver dollar. And then, of course, the original, brilliant, uncirculated 1921 United States government issue Silver Eagle. So you have the Silver Eagle, and then so 100 years of American silver dollars. So the brand new, the last of the heraldic design of the American Eagle, and the last of the Morgan silver dollar as well. When the 100th anniversary design was coming out, I think that is kind of what made the Mint change the design of the Silver Eagle, was to match the Morgan silver dollar. We didn't know, until a year ago, that the last Silver Eagle of Type 1 was going to match up from a date standpoint with the last of the Morgan silver dollar. Now, everybody kind of saw this coming. The United States Mint telegraphed this one. We kind of knew that they were going to do this commemorative, that they were going to do a big thing for the Morgan silver dollar because it's been so phenomenally popular throughout the history of the United States Mint. So people, and understand the 1921 Morgan was last made 100 years ago. Right. So it's a relatively rare coin, particularly in high grade like this. Like looks like it was made yesterday. The vast majority of all these coins were melted down and destroyed. Of course. So we've been having to hoard these coins and put these coins back for about a year and a half now, because that's what's going to have to last us for the year. If I was to go into the marketplace today, the increase in prices that I'm going to see in 1921 Morgan silver dollars are already fairly substantial, and that's before they actually release the 2021 Morgan silver dollars. And then, I mean, the fact is there's simply not enough vintage Morgan silver dollars to go around. There's simply not. I mean, that's just a fact. So now's the time to get these once again before the wave, the numismatic wave, crashes over everybody. Now's the time for you to be able to get in and get your 100 years of American silver dollars. The last of the Morgan dollar, the last of the Silver Eagle and the heraldic design, which kind of matches the Morgan silver dollar, both spitting eagles, if you will, with that. So like I said, really, really, really important. And this is not something, well, I have a pretty good quantity right now because I bought every one I can lay my hands on for over a year. That is going to trickle down. That is going to go away over time, over the course of the year. And while it seems like I have a pretty good quantity now, I got 1,000 plus of these. Like I said, we've been hoarding these for quite some time. They're not replaceable for me in the marketplace. The 1921, the 2021 Eagles, I'll be able to get some of those over the course of the year. But those 1921 Morgans, they haven't made any of those in 100 years.
That's a 100-year-old coin.
Down by the million.
Oh, it's one of my favorites, and I know for so many people, you know, it's one of the ones they start with. I know my dad, he's 83. He was tickled when I first showed him my first Morgan purchase. And so it's just such a beautiful, iconic coin. To me, it's one of the prettiest ones in American history. That's my humble opinion, but $66.65 gets this set home to you. One of the most important sets that we've done all night long. I really love what we're doing here, Mike. And you know, every set has a story, which allows the coin collector, because you experts, you know the importance of these. But for us that we're new, I mean, to be able to get this and tell the story, I mean, that's part of the reason we collect coins. And so making it really easy for you to bring these home. 750-112 is your item number. Remember, you will get that 1921 brilliant uncirculated Morgan silver dollar coin, and you will also get the 2021 silver eagle dollar coin, okay? Very, very limited, but, you know, very important year period for both of these.
Yeah, well, like I said, the last years of issue. I mean, you know, and when you try to get a vintage coins, you know, something that's 50, 75, 100 years old. I mean, you know, there's coins out there, but I mean, the demand, it's not like a current year issue American Silver Eagle. Okay? Not like a current year issue American Silver Eagle. Well, the government will do everything in their power to make as many as there's demand for. That ship sailed 100 years ago. The ship that sailed making the Morgan silver dollars was wooden. Okay? You know, at the end of the day. And it really literally sailed away. And so what you have with this is when you get to go back in time and look at this brilliant uncirculated coin. If you could flip that over, show the reverse again. I love the eagle that's on the reverse of this coin. And when you see this brilliant uncirculated, you know, when you put those two eagles, kind of juxtaposition them side by side, you see kind of the change in time, if you will. You know, you have this very, very, very stylized, older American eagle right there. That is just so spectacular. Beautiful. 100% original, 100 years old. Looks like it was made yesterday, all with this incredible full luster, and then with a kind of a more modern design from the 1986 American Silver Eagle that's right next to it.
We are pretty much almost out of time here with this set. If you want this one, it's not, we don't have thousands and thousands of these. In fact, as Mike said, we're about 1,000 and change. That is all we have. So if you're serious about coin, for the year, that's it, not coming back.
January 4th.
Yeah, and just one of the most beautiful coins in my humble opinion, and then probably the most collected silver coin in the world, not just in our country, with its big moment in time right now upon the design change, never to be changed again, at least for minimum 25 years by law. Very exciting set, Mike. Thank you. You've done such a beautiful job getting what we really want home to us. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to you, my friend. I hope it's a healthy and safe one for you and your family. Many blessings to you. And it was good talking to you.
Thank you very much. You have a wonderful New Year as well.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. You at home, stay with us here on HSN. Of course, Adam's Open House coming up next. We are processing all the orders. And for all of our fine coin collectibles, you can always check it all out and rewatch the videos again if you need to, all on hsn.com. I've had a lovely time shopping with you. My name is Leslie. Here's our good friend Adam and Adam's Open House next. Thank you.
What really separates a house from a home? A home should provide comfort, coziness,
and convenience.
Join me on Monday nights where I'll be giving you great ideas for your home, your kitchen, and your life.
Never run out of the things you love with AutoShip at HSN. Receive your favorite items with automatic deliveries and easily customize your shipping preferences. Plus, AutoShip locks in your order price while enrolled. It's the smartest way to get more of a good thing. Search AutoShip on hsn.com.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
What happens every every night at midnight, we launch our very best value of the day.
Definitely the Today Special always got me excited because it's always at a great value.
I definitely watch for the Today Special at midnight. Whether or not I need it, just want it.
And this is the one that you've been waiting for.
The Today Special is very tempting to shop.
I'd pop in online just about every day.
I know it's a good value. It's our top selling Today Special ever.
It gives me that extra push. You know, it's a no-brainer.
We love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com and search gemstone to see our gemstone enhancement chart.
New Year. It seems a little late to say it now, but it's the first time I've seen you. Come on in. It's the first